Yeah, welcome to the Brown Boy Wonder Podcast. Reviews and reactions. Let's go. It's the Brown Boy Wonder. Hold it down, representing for the culture. Every episode brings you closer into the mind and the heart of a hustler, where the truth and the groove collide. Stay tuned in, come enjoy the ride. Keep it authentic like that, never hold back. It's the Brown Boy Wonder Podcast. The Brown Boy Wonder Podcast. Subscribe, share, and stay tuned in. The vibe's always on.
This is the Brown Boy Wonder Podcast.
Welcome back to the Brown Boy Wonder Podcast. We are still talking about the Batman Beyond the series, but this time it's the season finale. So we are pretty much done with season 1 here. But let me bring out my guest here. My first guest, she has disappeared. It is Ray. Ray today.
I'm fine. I don't know where I am because I disappeared, but I'm okay.
I'm glad you're okay. I'm glad you're okay. My next guest, you can see him eating up some batarangs. It's Daniel. Daniel, how are you doing today?
Why did I know the second you said eating, it was gonna be me?
What?
How did I know
man.
that? What's the situation?
No, don't you like batarangs? Come on.
Not as food.
Okay. My next guest, you can see him on top of a moving train. It's Skyler. Skyler, how are you doing today?
I'll take it. That's fine. I'm doing okay. We seem to have lost the mojo with the introductions this time.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess you just didn't write them down. So here we go.
All right, my last
problem
guest.
is it's only 3 episodes and there's 4 of us, so he didn't know how to break it down.
Oh shit.
Well, of course, my last guest, his skin is peeling off, and it's green. It's Anthony. How are you doing today?
I'm not good. My skin's peeling off and it's green underneath. It's not a good time at all. I wish I was disappeared or on a train, but I would never wish to be eating batarangs.
Yeah, I mean, again, batarangs are sharpie. Oh, not sharpie. They're spiky.
Don't eat Sharpies either.
Right. You don't. Yeah. Public announcement: do not sniff or eat Sharpies.
No, you can sniff
Unless you really want to.
You use him a little bit.
You can. Let's move on here. Let's get into episode 11, guys. It's called "Disappearing Inc." Out of Gotham Cryogenics, an employee who is very pissed, Aaron, how do you say the last name? Urbest, walks in on Inc, trapped in a block of ice. He starts talking to Inc about his problems, including that he's been turned down for a raise, but then gets a call that his boss wants to see him. He thinks he's finally getting a break, and he's pretty excited. Just for luck, he kisses the ice holding Inc before leaving. Have you guys done that before?
Done what? Please explain.
Yeah.
Kiss like an object while working.
While working.
I guess no one. Okay.
But you can kiss my ice whenever you want.
Sign me up. Okay, let me
Oh my God.
edit the part. Okay.
No, he's not. He
However,
won't.
his boss. However, his boss tells him
Balls?
that cameras have
Oh,
balls.
Balls.
Oh, boss. Excuse me. Excuse me. His boss tells him that cameras have been monitoring his convos with an ink. Disgusted by the footage and Aaron's unprofessionalism, he fires him on the spot and even states that he would never win if he settled this with the review board. In revenge, Aaron cuts off the power into Ink's cell, allowing the ice to melt and her to escape. Do you guys like this return of Ink here? She said, it's party time.
This episode's called Disappearing Ink. It should be called Reappearing Ink, because here she is.
There she is.
okay.
She's not
I
white
do
out.
appreciate that at some point, apparently, they like put all of her pieces back together and let her form into a solid shape again. Because I'm pretty sure the last time we saw her, she was a shattered bit of goo rock.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that we let her become at least woman-shaped again. For some
Yeah,
reason.
they're considerate.
That's true. Well, back at the Batcave, Terry admires an exosuit on display next to the costumes, and he asked about it. Bruce says he built it when he starts losing his strength and endurance to an old age. The suit is great for both things, but he soon realized that he's using it too great on the strain of his heart. We will hopefully see this suit in action, but would you guys wear the suit?
How good's my heart?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. An alarm goes off, alerting both men to Ink's escape, and a news report shows that she is holding employees at the cryogenics plant hostage. Remembering their last confrontation, Terry suits up and takes along Mr. Freeze's cold gun. I was doing more research on, for example, Mr. Freeze, and I did not know about this fact here. We're starting interesting facts very early here, folks. So I found this report online saying that our man, I guess, Arnold Schwarzenegger, reportedly pays Warner Brothers a $1 each year to legally keep his Mr. Freeze costume from Batman and Robin. Although he wore the suit on screen, it remains studio's property, meaning that he has to lease it than not owning it. I thought that was pretty interesting.
That is interesting. It's weird that they bother if it's $1. You know what I mean?
I thought he would pay. Shouldn't he pay more than that then?
I mean, clearly they don't care. If it's $1, then it's just like basically some kind of loophole or something, so they can get around him having it when he, I guess, isn't supposed to.
What are they gonna do if he doesn't pay the $1? He's just, I'm not paying it, and then they're gonna people come and take it.
Yeah, a bunch of guys dressed up hockey goons come riding in on like ice slides. They break into his house and take all his stuff.
If he's not paying it, then that means he's stealing it. So he might be a criminal then.
Honestly, at this point, just give it to him.
That's a good point, Abrar. And we don't condone that, do we?
No, we don't. We don't condone stealing. Unless it's the Mr. Freeze suit. I mean, that's pretty cool.
Oh, all right. Well, then this would be the one instance that we're gonna condone it.
Like,
you don't steal unless it's the Mr. Freeze suit. Let's be
the
real.
thing we're talking about. I would steal that. Yeah.
I think Arnold wears it when he goes into the bathroom. Like he wakes up in the morning, he gets in the suit, and then he goes to the bathroom.
Maybe you know what? I'm thinking about it. Abrar mentioning the bathroom has kind of pieced it together. We have to pad for time because this is only 3 episodes we're talking about.
Oh, that makes sense.
It's not the actual mechanical freeze suit. He has the robe and the slippers. He pays $1. He's selling him $1. Like, I want to pay for this so you don't think I'm stealing it. And they're like, we don't. All right, sure. We'll take the $1. Thank you, Arnold.
To get back to the episode a little bit, I just want to say I was eating lunch at the time I was watching this episode, and I looked up and did see Batman handing Terry a gun. I was like, wait.
Get him.
Yeah, it is the Mr. Freeze gun. Well, Unique releases the hostages, but Batman notices that one of the officers is wearing a black coat, deducing that this coat is actually Unique. Or sorry, am I saying Unique or it's Ink?
You've said Unique twice in a row, and her name is Ink.
Ink. Excuse me, Ink. He attacks. However, the police starts to fire on both Ink and Batman. Ink manages to destroy Mr. Freeze's gun and escapes. Batman informs Bruce of the bad news and reminds him that Ink also knows the way to the Batcave, recalling their previous encounter with her. Were you guys sad when the Freeze gun was destroyed?
Yeah, I guess because Mr. Freeze himself has already been destroyed. So now we've lost our last souvenir. To
a nice way to put it.
But I do like the part where Terry's like, Bruce, she knows where the cave is, and he says, no, she doesn't. Idiot.
Like it was dark and you drive bad.
You probably had short-term memory loss.
Dumb. Like, what's going on in that police officer's mind that he's like, yeah, this is the ink-colored cape that I went in with.
There was a lot going on. Stressful day.
He didn't know? Was he in on it? What is Barbara teaching these guys?
Don't put this on a bar.
I would say
we have plenty of time to be mad at Barbara later.
That's true.
In his apartment, Aaron watches a newscast about Ink's escape and chuckles. Hee. Ink suddenly arrives, and as they talk, Aaron is surprised to learn that she's been able to see him and hear him during her imprisonment. Aaron is initially first about going on and about talking to her about his problems, but Ink says she won't tell anyone if he helps her, even offering him a reward if he does good. Aaron eagerly says, "I'll do anything for you." Would you guys be cool if Ink was your girlfriend?
Yeah. But what I was going to say before you asked that question was, how embarrassing for this guy. The e-girl that he's been donating to for years, months, I don't know how long it's been, she's been seeing every time. She's like, I know your address. I know you're pathetic little loser. Coming to tell you so. Oh,
it's very embarrassing. Meanwhile, Terry forfeits the Batcave to make sure Ink get in. Did I say forfeit? I meant like secure the Batcave. Bruce, however, that's what I meant. Fortifies the Batcave.
You're having trouble saying words because you flawlessly said the word cryogenic earlier, and your brain's been trying to keep up.
Yes, thank you.
Balance it.
Bruce, however, states that that's not her goal. Bruce analyzes a sample of Ink's residue, and finds that her body has been losing her ink powers due to being frozen in ice for so long, and she can't take a human form anymore unless she receives a fresh injection of certain chemicals. Bruce gives Terry a special batarang, maybe you can eat them, designed to stop her, and he sends him out. Do you guys like this batarang? It looks pretty cool. I like how the design of this one.
Yeah, Daniel, would you eat it?
Yeah. It have to be a dessert one because it's cold, so you gotta that's an after meal.
We're gonna have to have a video where we tier list all the batarangs through history based on how much you would eat them.
Yeah, for sure.
We'll do it. This is my favorite scene here. Before Ink and Aaron break into the chemical lab and steal the chemicals they need for for the cure, Aaron asked Inque in his apartment if she likes American cheese, and she said no. I don't even like water. My question for you guys is, and I think I asked Skyler this previously. Do you guys like American cheese?
Sure.
American cheese is the best cheese for a hamburger because it's without splitting.
Is that true?
Good point. I will say this. I had a problem with he shows the cheese and then he
Yeah.
puts it on the counter. I would never put an American craft single on the bare like cheese can be quite sticky. I know as soon as I picked that up, it'd have everything that had ever been on that counter and its entire existence stuck to the back of that cheese. I don't want that.
Are you implying that Aaron doesn't wipe down the counter before he cooks?
Listen, based on his actions so far, I don't think he wipes a lot of things down. So
Yeah.
no.
Oh, that was his butt crack. He also kissed the ice cube. No, not ice cube. He kissed the chamber.
He kissed Ice Cube. Yeah,
he kissed Ice Cube. Yeah.
Oh, in the mouth. Yeah, he's not a sanitary person. Well, Aaron asked for his reward. He's like, please, to be mutated into a shapeshifter like her. Inque agrees. Before she can make good on her promise, Batman arrives. Inque attacks him and manages to dodge his special battering, leaving him with nothing. Batman continues to fight Inque, but she easily gains the upper hand. However, after a failed attempt to drown him in her body, Inque loses Batman long enough to grab his special batarang. Inque is downed, but Aaron beats Batman with a mechanical feedback robotic arm and saves her. Inque wants Batman dead, but decided to wait until she get to the old man. When she said that, I was like, no, not Bruce. He can't fight for himself. Old guy. Well, Inque and Aaron go to the hideout, and Inque drinks the chemical, healing herself. Meanwhile, Batman is restrained to a post of the center ring with chain. He contacted Bruce and tries to give him details of his location, but goes silent when Inque approaches him, causing Bruce to worry. Inque listens in to the communicator and can hear Bruce, realizing the old man is listening. She tells Batman to tell him their location, but Batman refuses to say anything. Inque wraps a tentacle around his neck, begins to threaten him, but he still refuses. Inque instead tells him herself the old Gotham Hills arena and tells him to come immediately or Batman dies. Batman tries to warn Bruce not to come or she will kill them both, but he is silenced by Inque, forcing a deep, deep kiss on him. After the transmission, Aaron once again demands his reward. He was like, please! And Inque injects him with the chemical. Do you guys want to be like Aaron? Do you guys want to have this mutation?
No.
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 Nah.
No. There are a few mutations throughout all comic book history that I would want less than to become goo.
Not even goo. Not even like cool goo like she is. He's like lame goo.
No, man. Well, Bruce arrives at the arena wearing a trench coat that seemingly is usually too big on him, along with a hat, a scarf, and sunglasses to hide his face. As he walks through, he sees Aaron, who is now, as we said, a shapeless blob. Aaron mumbles that Inque only gave him half of the treatment, robbing him of his whole existence of life, but leaving him unable to shapeshift like her. There is nothing Bruce can do for him, unfortunately. He was like, GG, man. Looking past him, Bruce sees what looks like Terry, who is free, and he comes closer. However, this Batman is actually Inque in disguise. As Terry watches, Inque snares Bruce's arm and then begins to twisting it slowly to death. Then, Armor plate snaps, shot over Bruce's body, and bursts out of the trench coat. Terry is horrified to see Bruce has donned the exosuit to fight Inque, despite the risk of art. Alright guys, now we can talk about this. This is our first introduction of the Bat exosuit. How are you liking this big boy suit here?
It's cool. I think probably the coolest part about it is that it plays the Bat Image theme while he's kicking ass, and
Yes.
obviously for us, we'd watched that show pretty recently, but it still felt pretty cool to hear that theme while he's doing his thing. I thought it was a fun moment.
Does the suit play that music diegetically?
Probably, but I don't. I
Probably.
can't
Just like
confirm
little
it.
radio speakers. That'd be cool if so.
Yeah, the suit is big, silver. Kind of looks like the first Iron Man suit in the first Iron Man movie, kinda ish. When it comes
Bit
to
more
the
bat-like.
more bat like. It looks good. It looks good on Bruce here. In the armor, Bruce managed to send Inque flying into the wall. To the wall. But she attacks with a vengeance and throws him to the ground. She advances, preparing to kill him. Aaron crawls between them, moaning, "You promised. You promised." She said, "Loser." I'm like, do you guys feel bad for Aaron right now?
No.
Really?
He did
He
release a
deserves
criminal
this.
from prison.
Yeah. That's true. Well, he tries to swat him aside, but Aaron wraps his shapeless body around her, and as she struggles to get free, she accidentally knocks over the column Terry is tied to, allowing him to be free. As she throws Aaron aside and advances on Bruce again, Terry throws a battering at the glass ceiling, smashing it and letting the rain to drop down. Let the rain fall down. Inque begins to melt away. She lurches desperately for the flask containing the remaining chemical, but it falls short and dissolves anyways into the drain. Bruce recovers from the fight without any effect. In the last scene, Aaron is now kept in a glass container similar to Inque, and can only eat liquid foods fed to him through a funnel. Now he is trapped with an annoying and cheerly attendant who tells him about her problems, just like how he did it to Inque. That was it for this episode. Are we giving this episode a thumbs up or a thumbs down? I'll go with you, Ray.
I'll give it a thumbs up. If only for the Steel reference to Star Wars,
Oh,
why
yeah.
not?
Yeah, it's I would be scared.
I'm gonna give it a thumbs up as well. It's not my favorite episode we've watched thus far, but I still think Inque is really cool, and we see a much more sadistic side of her here. I feel like in the first episode, she was really more of a gun for hire type character, and now we're just seeing like, oh no, she's like cruel. She has the capacity to be very cruel to this dumbass who just wants to be her Discord mod, and let that be a lesson to the kids. This is what happens to all Discord mods. You end up in a fish tank eating mashed potatoes and peas.
No, I do not want to be
watered
like Aaron.
down,
What about
no
you?
less.
Yes. Ugh. What about you, Daniel? Do you like this episode?
Yeah, this is a good episode. It is a nightmare. The bit where the two of them are gooing together made me want to die. Thumbs up.
Okay, well, what about you, Anthony? Do you despise Inque now?
No, she was right to do what she did. I thought this was a good return for the character. I thought it gave her something to do, like I think Skyler mentioned. Before she was just a hired gun. Now we can see that she's like a true villain, and she's kind of mean and rude. But this guy, he was a creep. I didn't talk about it at the time, but I think it was funny whenever he got called into the boss's office and then they showed him a video of something happening after he was called in. It's like, why did he get called in? What if he got called in for like a promotion? And he's like, I saw that, you weirdo. So yeah, thumbs up.
Yeah, it's also a thumbs up for me. I just like the tragic story of Aaron here. It's really sad to see. It's a good story.
If I had to give a negative to it,
yeah.
If I had to give a negative to it, I would say the whole leading up to I can't use the big suit because it's bad for my heart, and then he uses the big suit and he's like, "It's okay, nothing happened." Like, oh, all right.
I mean, he's risking for Terry, right? I think it's very honorable by Bruce.
Yeah, but nothing
that
happened.
was no. Wait, you're misunderstanding. He said that he quit being Batman because of heart. He's not saying that he can't use.
No. He did literally say that suit, he tested it once and it put too much strain on his heart.
Yeah, but he quit being Batman because of the whole gun incident, and that's more so what the conversation with Terry is about.
I do remember the gun incident, but
because Terry
the same thing. It's the same result either way, though. He came out of retirement and he's like, well, not really, but he did don a Batman suit and he's fine.
Yeah, but no. Never.
Okay, hold on. Everybody stop, because we gotta move on. You're both technically correct. Because they do say that the suit puts a strain on his heart and it's not brought up again. But the conversation does revolve around the fact that he did give up Batman because of his heart. So you're both right. The end.
Oh. Well, I do have an interesting fact, but Anthony, you mentioned it earlier. They did use the Batman theme song when Bruce was fighting. So it was a nice touch to it. All right, guys, let's get into episode 12. And you guys think I will mispronounce this word here? I don't think so, because I've been rehearsing this for past 30 minutes. The episode is called A Touch of Curaré.
That's wrong.
What?
Yeah, that's wrong.
What is it?
It's Curaré.
Curaré. Oh God.
Yep. No.
I didn't put it with E. Curaré. Oh, okay. Thank you. Well, that rehearsal was for nothing. Commissioner Gordon and her husband, DA Sam Young, walk along in the park late at night. A woman painted in blue, wearing a white, rudely interrupts them. The woman attacks with daggers and a sword that is sharp enough to easily cut through a tree. Gordon defends her and her husband, but the woman manages to deflect gunfire with her sword and to slice through anything that is thrown at her. And appears none too soon, managing to save Sam, but the woman now attacks him. The police soon arrive and start firing at both until Barbara is like, wait, shoot at Batman, please. And in the confusion, the woman manages to escape. Terry learns that the woman is named Curaré, a member of the League of Assassins. All right, so guys, this is our first introduction of Curaré. What do you guys think about this Assassin Creed?
I don't know why she has blue skin, but I think the design is neat. I think it makes her stand out. I guess it gives her a artistic vibe because it's kind of weird and almost alien-esque. So I like the blue and white. So it's an assassin character. I wonder if this could have been like Lady Shiva or something, but it's an original character, which is fine.
Yeah, she's yeah.
I think she looks a little out of place, and some of that has to be intentional because the League of Assassins are very, I guess, what's the word I'm looking for? Traditional. They go by their traditions, and so I find like you take this order of ancient assassins and put them in this neo-futuristic city, so that will be like a clash. But I don't know. I wasn't really digging her design too much. Nothing to hate there, but nothing. She looks a little unfinished. I don't know what it is.
Well, what about you, Ray? Do you like this character?
I mean, yeah, she's fine. I don't know why she's blue, as already stated, but it does make her stand out. They will later call her sword a scimitar, which that's not what
It's
scimitars
not.
look like.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like a
Exactly.
katana that's slightly more curved at the end.
Yeah.
Oh.
I think they do call it a scimitar in this one because I remember them. I remember hearing that at some point.
Yeah, they say it's a scimitar, and it's
Oh, you mean
just
later
not.
in the episode? My bad. I thought you meant in a
Yeah.
later episode.
No, later in the episode.
Yeah, it's interesting. I think she's a cool design. I do agree that she doesn't necessarily like give Batman villain, which is fine. She to me reads as like Danny Phantom villain, which I'm not against.
Ah.
I was yes, Daniel. I think you've put it quite succinctly.
Well, look, she's mysterious, and there's one thing I really liked about her. It is she has a sword, and you guys know how I like people with swords. If you put someone with a sword, they look 100 times badass. So, shout out
Do you
to
have a
her.
sword? Can you grab one to see if that's true?
I don't have one, so I'm not really badass, but I will get one eventually.
Well, that's disappointing to hear. Hey, isn't there a DC villain just called Scimitar? Am I making it up?
He was in Batman, was he not? Didn't he come to
Probably,
town?
but there were a lot of Batmans.
I feel
The
like
one
he
with the rocks?
read
I
a
think he-
comic or in Batman animated series. He was like, "Oh, Scimitar's in town. Look the fuck out."
Yeah, I think so.
Maybe.
Uh,
Is
Oh,
that
we were really young. I don't remember that at all.
Well,
All right. Well, moving on.
we have this cool person here, and again, if you have a sword, you're pretty cool. Terry volunteers to look out for Gordon, but Bruce says she's not the target. The commissioner herself appears in the Batcave and chimes in. Her husband is. She explains that Sam is scheduled to testify against international arms dealer. Man, I cannot pronounce his name. Is Fedor Divachi, who has hired the society to assassinate him before that can happen. Terry is shocked to see her in the Batcave. He's like, "Oh my god!" But she reveals that she was once Batgirl a long time ago. Barbara warns Terry and Bruce that she has long since relinquished her identity and tells both of them to stay out of police business. I during the scene I stood up and I applauded. That was like fantastic. But my one question is, how old is Barbara right now, and how old is Bruce?
Old.
They're old. I think I was talking about this during watching the episode. Batman Beyond takes place, I believe, 50 or 40 years from now, whenever now is. So I'd say she's at least 70.
70-ish, and then Bruce is like he's 30 years older than her, so he must be 90.
30 years older. I hope not, due to what's alluded in this episode.
Alluded is
Oh yes,
alluded is a weak
yeah.
word for what happens in this episode.
What is
right.
hardcore confirmed in this
Okay,
episode?
how about this? Let's say Bruce is 80, and then Barbara's like 60.
25.
No, like 60. So like 20 years, 15 years apart. The next night. Oh yeah. By the way, you guys like Barbara in the Batcave? She looks pretty cool in it.
I like Barbara in
Pretty
this
cool.
show in general. I think she's. I mean, obviously, she's the strength of this episode.
Oh yeah,
But yeah, keep going.
absolutely. Well, the next night, Sam is being kept in a safe house under heavy guard. Bruce, however, is sus about their ability to keep their quarry out. Gordon leaves and Kiari makes her move. She easily managed to evade and take out the guards and makes into the house. Persuaded by Batman catching up to her, he briefly unmasks her, but she traps him underneath a huge light and continues towards her target. Making it to Sam's room, she hurls her sword like a tomahawk in Call of Duty and impales him. But it turns out to be a dummy. The whole thing was a trap, just like that one movie. But unfortunately, Batman is the one who is caught up in it. Kiari escapes into the night. Terry does as well, but a battering left behind in the trap controls reveals his involvement. I also forgot to mention about Kiari's sword. It is it's made out of lasers, so every time she cuts something, it can easily be cut because it can cut through a molecule. That's how sharp the sword is.
Oh,
yeah, they say
yes.
it's been sharpened to an edge that is the width of one molecule, which
It's
seems
very
insane.
skinny.
Yeah,
But here we are.
Furious at the trap's failure due to Batman's intervention, Gordon confronts Terry and warns him that she'll arrest both of Bruce and you if you guys get involved again. However, Terry asks, oh, here we go, guys. Terry asks why Barbara hates Bruce, and she says that she doesn't hate him. She just hates that he's become such a lonely man. Over coffee, she talks about her past as Batgirl, explaining that she broke up with Dick Grayson when she left Gotham, choosing to stay behind with Bruce as a lover. Wink, wink. As a crime-fighting team, they were the perfect pair, but Barbara gave up the life when she realized that Bruce never would. Thoughts on this revelation?
Boo, hiss, don't like.
Boo.
Yeah, they are still continuing that storyline from Mystery of the Batwoman. So,
Oh, you know what? I'll say this because
Yeah.
I do not like this as a relationship. I don't think it works. I know a lot of people's problems with it sort of lie in their relationship inherently, and I think this is one of those scenarios, and hear me out, where applying the sort of father-daughter relationship to them doesn't really work because she was like a full-grown woman when she decided to be Batgirl, and she like did it against his wishes, and she has a dad. His name is Ben Parker. Like he's alive, he's well. Like that's the father figure, is her literal father. So I
Right.
think there are
Yeah.
continuities in stories where there is too much of a gap, and that father-daughter relationship is very present. I don't think they had that here. I still don't like it. I get it as a story concept, and I can see why they did it, but I don't think it works. Even though I do like Barbara's expressions here because she really revels in the fact that she fucked Batman. She likes it quite a bit. She thought it was awesome.
Oh, all right.
For the record, everything Anthony has just said is completely true and correct.
Yeah.
But this is still icky, and I don't like it at all.
That's what it comes down to. Yeah.
You gotta call Icky Vicky from Fairly Odd Parents. The night of the trial comes, and Kiari learns of the plan to take Sam to the court. Bruce orders Terry outside, but Terry is reluctant, wanting to heed Commissioner's warning. But Bruce tells him why Kiari is so dangerous. The Society of Assassins' standard practice is to kill anyone of their own who fails, but Kiari has never failed. She is the best of them. Sam out on a train along with Gordon, and Kiari manages to intercept the train. Once again, she defeats the guards with ease and derails the car carrying her target while crashes into a side of a meat processing plant. Have you guys seen that movie, Bullet Train? It was kind of similar to that. It was
Yeah, I
Brad Pitt.
saw Bullet Train.
Yeah.
You don't think it's more similar to is it called Unstoppable? The one where Denzel.
Yes. And
Denzel
Chris
and Chris
Pine.
Pine on the train. Yeah.
Yeah. Actually,
It's
it's more like
that.
Unstoppable. Yeah.
See, this should be my show instead of yours
Yeah.
because I know better.
Well, which one's a better movie, Bullet Train or Unstoppable? I think probably Unstoppable. You're right.
Let me rewatch
No,
Unstoppable and get back to you.
Yeah. Let me know. I remember that was a good one. Barbara and Sam sealed themselves inside a meat locker, but their communications are cut off, and Kiari's sword is able to cut through the steel door with ease. Again, through a molecule. She catches up to Sam, but before she can kill him, Batman intervenes again during the fight. The meat grinder is activated, and some batarangs hit the wall near Barbara and Sam. Eventually, the fight carries the fighters over the meat grinder, and Kiari prepares to slash Batman with her sword one last time. Just before she can do so, a batarang thrown by Gordon knocks her sword from her hand into the grinder. Batman managed to capture Kiari and save his friends. What was your guys' initial thoughts when she threw that batarang?
Awesome.
I think I was looking at my phone at the time. I don't know.
You're gonna need to start throwing to people if there's this many people in the call, or that awkward pause is gonna happen every time.
We said it on previous episodes. You have to call on people.
That's true.
Okay,
True.
Ray, what do you thought about
do it now? No.
this is what I thought. When Barbara threw the batarang, I'm like, just like old times. Later that night, Terry is on the phone with Bruce, who says that Sam's testimony has succeeded in convicting that guy, that Da Vinci guy. But a newscast reports that Kiari has escaped. Bruce tells Terry not to worry, dude, as Kiari has other concerns elsewhere. Kiari desperately drives a police car out of the city when a sword stabs down through the roof next to her. And the end. We don't know who did that, but we won't find out until later on. But are we giving this episode a thumbs up or thumbs down? I'll go with you, Daniel.
It's tough. It's tough because I think this new villain is really cool, but then it's like, oh, it confirms a thing that I really don't like about some Batman mythos.
Yeah. This is a tough one.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna fuck.
I mean, you only have two decisions: up.
I know,
or down.
I know, but it's a tough one. That's the problem. The problem is not an understanding of the rules. Yeah,
Kiari.
No, yeah, I'm gonna give it a thumbs down.
Okay,
because she's gonna come back and then in different episodes, and it'll be cool. I'm sure. But yeah, I don't know. I don't like it.
All right. What about you, Skyler? Do you dig into blue women? I know you love Navis. No, I know you love Navis.
We're not gonna talk about.
Oh, see, Bako.
There. Yeah, guess what? Thumbs down, because I said on I think the first recording for this series, I said that whatever episode about the Barbara Bruce relationship is getting a thumbs down in principle, and here we are. This is that day. Other than that, I'm kind of on the opposite side as Daniel with the villain. I didn't really latch on to her or the whole situation. I didn't find myself caring, but it is just a piece of a bigger puzzle that we'll be getting to soon, I assume, because I don't remember. But I do like Barbara in this. Everything Barbara's done in this episode, other than say, remember that time I fucked Bruce? I was cool with all of it except for that part. So I think, like I said, she's the shining light of this episode that I'm giving a thumbs down to regardless.
All right. Ray, are you also giving this a thumbs down?
No, I'll give this a thumbs up because it's more so an episode just showing how cool Barbara is when she's not Batgirl.
Yeah, that's true. She's a hell of a woman. What about you, Anthony?
Yeah, I'll give it a thumbs up. Yeah, I think I like the sort of expanding of the world. This does the sort of look back at the previous show done in a right way. I really don't mind the assassin kind of being pretty one. I think more of a vehicle to drive this uh like story of we got to protect this person. So
Hmm.
I like that about it, and she got a black husband, and good for her.
Yeah,
So thumbs up.
absolutely. I will also give this thumbs up. I can see why our fellow castmates gave it a thumbs down. It's showing for a good episode for Barbara Gordon, but I feel like the story is missing something, at least in this episode. So I'm just still giving it a thumbs up, but I don't like it.
Okay.
All right, let's let's get into our season one finale for this the show. It is episode 13. It is called Ascension. I forgot those two guys' names.
Connor and Victor. I knew you were going to say it.
Yes, those guys. I hope they're in this episode. If they're not, give me a thumbs down.
Oh, they're in
I hope so. It's night at Gotham docks, and Blight personally hosts a robbery of several canisters of polymer. After easily dealing with the dock workers, he soon discovers more trouble when he is confronted by Batman. Batman manages to stop the robbery, and Blight ends up destroying most of the canister in a failed attempt to stop his enemy. However, the workers are trapped in a fire. Forced to save them, Batman allows Blight to escape. However, he discovers one of Blight's thugs and searches him, finding an ID card from Wayne Powers, causing Batman to realize that, oh dude, Derek Powers is somehow involved in Blight's crimes. So this episode started really hot. Hopefully it keeps that way. Radioactive hot.
okay. All right. Thank you for clarifying.
Thank you. Back at his lab, Blight fumes over his failure and asks how long the skin will last if the procedure. I'm about to lose my train of thought. How his the procedure can last long. His doctors can only say 2 weeks at most. The radiation and his temper is getting out of control. Deciding that he can no longer keep the charade, Powers decides to call in some help. If you guys were Blight, what can you do? Nothing's helping you out.
You know, I've always said if I ever started to lose my hair, just shave it off. Well, if you ever start to lose skin, tear it off. What I say.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Out of the vendor branch of Wayne Powers, people angrily crowd around the building chanting, "Paxton Powers polluter!" Paxton is unconcerned and refuses to listen to their demands. Miss Winston, Derek's secretary, arrives and tells Paxton that his father wants to see him. Flying to Gotham City, Paxton is the son of Derek Powers. Paxton speaks privately with his father, who says he's appointing him temporary chairman of the board. Derek says Paxton will be a puppet taking orders from him, but if he does well, then he will acquire real power later. Paxton asks what the hell is going on, and Derek reveals his condition. Derek Derek is at the meeting of the board and several stockholders to announce his decision. Bruce is also in attendance. Several people protest, citing Paxton's power track record in South America is terrible. Derek waves down their objections, but then several villagers from Verdek barge in, shouting about what Paxton has done to their rivers. Derek tries to keep his temper, but his eyes begin to glow green, and skin starts to flake like frosted flakes. Then their leader, Mr. Mendez, dumps a bucket of tainted water and dead fish on the boardroom table. Splattering powers at that, Derek goes berserk and transforms into Blight. Before the eyes of Bruce, the board, the stockholders, and everyone watching the news, Harry, who has been watching the press conference from Bruce's car, realizes that Derek Powers is Blight. Bruce tries to intervene and is attacked, but Batman arrives, stopping Blight before killing him. After a brief fight, Blight leaves the room and escapes. What was your guys' thoughts on this whole scene here? I'll go with you, Skyler.
Yeah, it's good.
It's like a movie. Yeah.
Yeah.
it's
Very
a
dramatic,
movie
this episode.
scene. Yeah, a movie scene here. Here we go. Later that night, Bruce analyzes the data and understands that Blight was caused by the exposure to the nerve gas, meaning Terry did it to him. This pleases Terry, bothering Bruce, now worried that things have gotten too personal. But Terry stating that Powers has hidden... Excuse me, I need a water break. You guys go ahead.
Go ahead. You're the one reading it.
Oh my god!
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Let me resume here.
You know,
Terry is
so
stating...
much of this episode would be fine if I knew you were going to edit out literally anything, but I know you're not.
Excuse me. No, I mean, I'll do something. Terry is stating that Powers has hidden behind his legal power and his money committing his evil deeds, but he's finally has an ugly on the outside. Excuse me. He's finally ugly on the outside as he is in the inside. And now Terry says everyone can see him for the monster he really is, even in the dark. So has Terry learned nothing from Bruce?
He's learned
Anthony?
things, but he is still a kid.
I mean, again, like you don't wish upon harm against others, even though they're doing other bad things. Wish upon.
Definitely
no,
don't
wait,
wish upon.
I think what this scene is kind of funny because I made a joke at the time watching it. Is Bruce has been involved in some of his villains as well. Whether you think of the Joker or he was probably telling him in regards to like Two-Face, right? Because like, Two-Face was kind of his fault, but that's his best friend, so he wanted to save him. So he's trying to like give him that teaching of like, hey, sometimes it's your fault. I know you're probably feeling guilty. So he's probably really shocked to come out the other end of like, oh, I completely forgot you hate him with all your guts because he killed your dad. Oh, my bad. You're not guilty at all. I shouldn't have told you this. Like, he just completely missed that part. The Terry's like, fuck this guy. I'm glad he's gonna end up like this. He was a bad guy to begin with.
That's true. But again, Bruce is teaching this of saying, do not kill because you might become them.
We didn't kill him. He's just not mad that he's a skeleton.
I did not say kill him.
Okay. And in Derek's absence, Paxton assumes leadership of Powers. Derek calls him on the phone, telling his son to arrange a hideout for him. Paxton refuses. Instead, he calls for an ambulance so he can get medical treatment. Derek calls his son a fool and destroys the phone.
Oh no, that water break didn't help.
He's green and angry. In the Batmobile, Batman goes out on a patrol and soon sees, again, guys, we have finally seen this again. It is the bat signal in the skies of Gotham. Do you guys miss this thing?
We missed the bat signals. Back in my day, we had a bat signal.
It was cool that it was like a moment for the finale, right? Like you probably didn't even, like think about how we haven't had this thing until it showed up. You're like, oh yeah, right, the bat signal.
It's the same. I mean, it's not the same logo, but it's like
Really struggling.
It's
so thirsty.
No, it's not the same Batman signal from his chest. It's just like a bigger, wider symbol. So it's not the right symbol. So yeah, if you look at it now, it's not the same symbol. All right. So outside of Wayne Power's balcony, Paxton waits for Batman's arrival. Suddenly, a batarang appears and goes straight to the glass of the bat signal, shattering it. R.I.P. the bat signal. With the bat signal destroyed, Paxton sees Batman's presence. Paxton apologized and greets to Batman. Batman gave a stare, a long stare, a moly stare. He follows it to Paxton's office at Wayne's Powers. Paxton says he's worried for his father and believes Batman is the only one who can help him. He shows Batman a device that Wayne Powers scientists have developed that can absorb his father's radiation and subdue him. Batman agrees and heads out. But just after he leaves, the villager, Mr. Mendez, arrives, revealing that he is actually Paxton's henchman. Paxton doesn't believe Batman's been entirely fooled by his good son act and tells Mendez to ready to kill him as well. Paxton really got me. I forgot about this episode. So when I was learning about Paxton's origin story in this episode here, I thought he was a really good kid. But until this scene, I'm like, F this kid.
The first thing we see is people protesting him. What do you mean you thought he was a good kid?
Actually,
What are you
that's
talking
true.
about?
That's true. No, you're right. It's true. That is
He's
true.
voiced
He's
by
been
Carrie Elways. You know he has to be evil somewhere.
Oh, true.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yes. Seemingly, the only person still loyal to Derek is Miss Winston. Batman follows her to an abandoned nuclear submarine at the docks, where she delivers a sandwich to her employer. Batman figures out that the submarine's background radioactivity hides Blights from radiation searches. Batman passes on the location to Paxton. Do you guys like this new character of Miss Winston? She seems honest, I guess.
She's not a character.
Yeah,
She's a bringer.
I don't even remember her.
Sandwich bringer. All right. Well, you might come back and help. Yeah.
I like the part when Blight eats the sandwich.
Oh yeah, that was a good part.
Yeah, that's good. What type of sandwich was that? Was that like a cheese sandwich with American cheese?
I don't know.
Is that what you want to use your precious, like, lubricated vocal cords on right now? You're struggling this episode and you want to ask us about the sandwich.
I gotta ask the important questions. All right, let's finish this episode, guys. Let's finish this finale here. The next night, Blight hears Batman's voice taunting him over the intercom. Blight angrily prowls the submarine, searching for him. Batman tells him vendetta, but he refuses to anything other than that Blight murdered his father. As Powers has murdered many people, this gives him very less information to figure out who the hell Batman is. But Batman does not give a shit. However, he finds he has walked into a trap that is captured in a net connected to the radiation sucking machine operated by Paxton, who explains that when it comes to getting ahead in life, Derek taught him by example. The power is to seize it. To Batman's horror, Paxton turns the machine to full power, intending to drain his father to death. In spite of his hatred for Derek for his father's murder, he refuses to cross the line and let Derek die. Paxton signals Mendez, who enters and opens fire on Batman, but misses and destroys the controls for the machine. Blight revives and Paxton flees the sub in panic. Enraged, Blight releases so much energy, so much radiation that it causes the marine to sink like Titanic. Saving Mendez and another henchman, Batman manages to escape the sub, but Blight is last seen in the sub as it goes down. Paxton returns to his office where he is confirmed as an acting chairman of the board. Batman arrives and tells him that he made a bad enemy. Paxton is unconcerned as he sees the news that Blight's body was never found and believes he's melted in the submarine. Like a submarine, Mr. Wayne. Batman, unconceived ominously warns him that he shouldn't be so sure. Guys, this was pretty much an action-packed episode finale, season 1 here. Are we giving this a thumbs up or a thumbs down? I'll go with you, Anthony.
I'll give this a thumbs up. I think Batman Beyond did something different from the last Batman show where we had this overarching villain and story, which at the time commented very similar to like a Norman Osborn type because of the sort of evilness of it all. So I think concluding that in this way was a smart move to do. I will go ahead and spoil this now. This is the end of Blight. We never see this character again, and so I think it's a good first villain for Terry to get into before he gets into like different kind of stuff. And I think it was a simple story, but it was effective to kind of give that journey for the character. So yeah, thumbs up for this ending.
I agree with you. What about you, Daniel? Who is Blight now?
No, I definitely don't miss Blight. That dude was evil. But it's a good episode. Yeah, definitely a thumbs up. I enjoyed it. I think if I had to have like one negative against it, it would definitely be that I do wish that they had played more on like, hey, he killed your dad, and now you sort of killed Paxton's dad, and maybe we get that later. But if something had played in about like these are two sons, I don't know, maybe that could have made it slightly more like impactful from an emotional level. But it's good. I enjoy it. Thumbs up.
Gotcha. And what about you, Ray? What about you? What do you think? What are you thinking here?
Whoa, almost. What did just happen? Okay, there we go. Sorry,
Our
my
audio changed.
mic switched
Oh, scary.
on itself.
You became Blight.
He's coming to get me. Because he's still alive. So, to appease him, I give this episode a thumbs up because I do like it.
I like it. What about you, Skyler? Do you want to eat this episode up?
No, it's radioactive. That would hurt me.
Yeah.
But I will give it a thumbs up. I think it's a good way to bookend the Blight story, season opener, season closer with Blight. And yeah, it's good Batman stuff, good villain stuff. Good way to end the season. Looking forward to see what comes next.
Yeah, I am also giving it a thumbs up. But the thing is, I feel like this episode should be a two-parter. We should have another episode, like a part 1 of like getting more into Blight's character arc. I feel like we're missing a middle piece into his to the storyline. But other than that, this whole episode is great. I'll go into the interesting facts. As Anthony mentioned, this is the last time we'll see Mr. Blight. Writer Robert Goodman explained that the creative team had decided to move on from Blight, feeling that Derek Powers' story was concluded. Now, we should agree with that. I have another one here. In the tie-in comics, Blight does return, look for revenge against Paxton. Read that comic there. And the other one here is the episode also hints that Miss Winston harbors romantic feelings for Derek Powers. In the tie-in comic Batman Beyond number 8, it revealed that she survived an assassination attempt and becomes Vendetta, seeking revenge on Batman and Paxton for Derek's demise. So, for those who are more interested into Derek Powers, read the comics. It should be a lot of fun. I don't know where you can find those comics, but I'm sure it's online somewhere. Other than that, guys, this is the last episode for season 1. Next time, we'll take a week break of Batman Beyond because we're going to get into next week of talking about not Batman 2022, but Batman Begins 2005. Other than that, Ray, where can they find you?
Hey, you can find me pretty much anywhere with the username The Ray Sketches. And yeah, that's about it.
Are you sketching anything right now?
Earlier, but not at the current moment.
What about you, Anthony? Is there something you want to plug in?
Sure. Yeah, you can find me at Anthony Lantern on pretty much all social media platforms. I have a YouTube channel, Anthony Reviews, where Anthony reviews. So if you like Batman, like you've been listening here, and want to see some Batman toys, I talk about Batman figures all the time on that channel. I have two podcasts that I normally on called The Grund, which is a podcast I do with my friend Kirk Beatty, where we talk about movies and the movie industry. And then I have another podcast with Ray, who you've already heard on this very podcast, called The Couples Collector Club, where we talk about comic books and action figures and things that aren't movies. So if you want to check out either of those podcasts, The Grund or The Couples Collector Club, feel free to check them out wherever podcasts can be found.
Fantastic. And people will be tuning in to your toys. What about you, Daniel? Where they can find you?
You can find me and Skyler over on our podcast Ready Set Replay on Spotify and YouTube, where we talk about all kinds of fun stuff. We'd love to see you.
Fantastic. And what about you, Skyler? Besides Ready Set Replay, is there anything else?
No, follow me on Ready Set Replay. I want that.
Okay,
Trying to climb that subscriber ladder. So let's do it.
I've seen it. It is at 113 subscribers on YouTube. So congrats to you guys. And
Shucks.
yeah. And actually subscribe to all of us, guys. Whoever is listening to this, subscribe to us I'm at Brownboywonders Podcast. They're at Ready Set Replay, and they're at Couples Collectors Club and The Grund and Anthony Reviews. Follow us. Come on, guys. Until then, guys, we will talk about a lovely Nolan film.